Oak Lane.
Okay.
That little diagram there, that little structure gizmo, set on there.
Oh, that thing? Yeah.
Those are gonna be put in at each intersection, and there's
These,
big locust trees that are in the way on the north end.
these ended up being the cheapest too.
Correct.
The safest and the cheapest.
And ideal for maintenance, basically.
Yeah.
And then just out of curiosity, what's your timeline for doing this?
So when you sign these, everybody's basically
Moving.
talked about moving forward as soon as possible.
I think there's contracts here for the mayor to sign, and that's time limits on it.
You got like 30 days is what we've given them basically.
Once they're given the award.
Well, yeah, the idea would be, I mean, if they get it done by the end of August, right? Then, you know, you get into September, the homeowners, based on our easements, they're signing off on watering of the side. So they're gonna, it's not gonna be on the contractor to go out there and water, it'll be on the homeowners basically.
You start getting the fall and getting in mud.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to September, you're usually okay with sod, so. Right, you're the landscape.
Our year's different.
You getting all that, Gene?
Is there any more discussion?
Gene said.
No, sorry.
Yeah, no. I'll wait for you to get done to
Oh, we're done discussing.
Hankins,
Yeah.
Shoreham,
Yes.
Burkeville,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carls.
Yes.
Now, I need to make a motion to approve engineering construction contract cost, SCA, for $8,000.
That's on which project?
This is on Allard
And
Drain.
that actually includes the easement work, the bidding services, and the construction. So there's, all three were in the one contract.
I think you've already paid half of that.
Yes. Yeah, half of it is billed within the bills right now.
Will we get any more on this project?
No.
No.
This will
This is
complete
it.
the project.
Yeah, you'll get one more bill, but there won't be any other contract work.
So, sort of buddy
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I'll second that.
Carls,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Burkeville,
Yes.
Shoreham,
Yes.
Hankins.
Yeah. Now, I need to approve permission for closure of Western Railroad Avenue Railroad Street for the train ride that Mr. Reed had. Is he still here? And he so graciously explained to us. And proceeds go to the Henry Fire Protection District. We heard his presentation, and now all I need is approval. So I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Hankins,
Yeah.
Shoreham,
Yes.
Burkeville,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carls.
Yes.
Now, we have a sidewalk share program at 1013 Normal Street. Make a motion. Pay $315.
I'll second.
Hankins,
Yeah.
Shoreham,
Yes.
Burkeville,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carls.
Yes.
Now, you know that we've had the Vector storm drain guy in, and according to Tom, he's done a pretty good job.
In front of you there, you should have a map.
We have a map here that shows what he's done and what he needs to do yet. And I don't think we ought to quit when we're not half done yet.
The green ones were the ones that we had concerns about, those were done, with the exception of right in the middle of the map on the Williams Street there. Williams and Main, there's a new drain that was put in during the sewer that drains over towards School Street. There's a short section of green there, it's open to there, then we come down to red. But that stretch from School Street to Main Street should be cleaned. It drains like a 6-block area there. That all runs into that, and now, with all the rain, it has, because of that blockage down there on the red line, that fills up and it just has to drain through the cracks and the ground and stuff. So that line needs to be cleaned out. In the future, we need to do something with that red stretch to get that to drain to the river.
Has the price changed any?
His price is still $145 an hour, and he charges $50 for to drive. So we did it 4 days, 3 days last time.
On William there, that's that 24-inch main, and when you look in the alley, it was 4 inches open, and he's able to drain off, and it comes out like show rain.
It starts there.
So he's able to open that up.
It's open up from School Street down just a block.
And that red area, is it collapsed in there?
There's
There's
a
a
piece,
dead spot in there somewhere.
there's a piece missing on Richard Street that was not replaced with the sewer because it was packed.
Cut right through
He's got roots and other things he's encountered between Richard and halfway past Thomas Court. It's not repairable, it's gonna have to be taken out. But it does somehow drain, but it's taking longer and longer with every rain. And then there's some other concerns over by Commercial Street on the bottom left of your map.
How many days did we use it back?
We used him 3 before and he got all of that green done. And it depends on how dirty it is.
No, the flash in those ones up there, ain't they?
No, he got the one that
I did that by hand.
Right.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lagoon and all them I did.
We haven't even done subs. These are lines that have pipes tied to them.
And the margin, did they drill the roots out of that one?
They, no, he cleaned them all out. The roots are still there. We're waiting for them. They're cutting the
Just gonna pour
tree.
through that, right?
They're gonna cut the tree.
All right.
The ones we have cleaned have been working.
So you think three more days?
Do it 3 days at a time if you would like. I believe we've got it in the budget, don't we, Ed?
Yeah, we got another 3 days in the budget, so I think
Okay, I
it's
thought we
go
did.
3 days.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we allow them to do it 3 more days.
I'll second that.
And we've got a curb drain that is filled, let us know so we don't miss it, right?
Probably won't get them all. We're doing the ones that hold water.
Yeah.
And we're, in time, they'll all be done. We'll know what's blocked, what's not blocked.
We gotta fix that William drain, that elbow right there.
Where at?
That William,
Right,
that area's
right.
collapsed, that is backing up a lot of water, right?
Point this time, we're making
Working
an
on it.
attempt to get them done.
Yep, you're making progress, that's right.
I made the motion. Who's saying that?
I second.
Yes.
Charles,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Brookfield,
Yes.
Joy,
Yes.
Hankins.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Council. All right, now
Thank you.
I need to approve permission for St. Jude runners standing at the corners of Route 18 and Edward Street, intersection Route 18 and 29.
I'll second. Do they provide the insurance?
Yes.
Hankins,
Yes.
Joy,
Yes.
Brookfield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Charles.
Yes.
Okay, I need to approve permission to excavate 24-foot wide grass area between the sidewalk and Railroad Avenue in preparation for asphalt. You want to elaborate on that a little, Tom?
When they put their addition on their firehouse, they have, from the sidewalk to the street, it's grass.
Yeah.
They are asking to pour that out, full width, 90 feet long, I believe it is, 10 inches deep. They're gonna put back 6 inches of CA6 gravel and 4.5 inches of asphalt. They did it on the original building. They have maintained the other one. I'm assuming they're gonna maintain this one. I don't have a problem with it.
Is there any way we could ask those guys to put in a, I don't know, septic vault filled with rock, so that all this water that's coming off this new building and all that other, it's got a place to drain down?
By zoning, I believe if you read in there, they are to maintain their runoff on their property and release it no quicker than it comes off as it is undeveloped. We went through that with subdivision, we went through that with the fast stop. We didn't do it up at the car wash, the dollar store,
Yeah,
the old dollar store, Casey's, and we've got a water problem there.
yeah. Well, I mean, just based on the history that we have with the water
Right.
problems.
I don't know what zoning, or if they've been through zoning, or been through site plan review, but, and I don't,
Most ordinances will read that if you add, even if it's a slow development, once you look at the whole site, they look at it as a cumulative
Yeah.
deal. And so even if you've gotten away with no retention prior, when you do an addition, a lot of times you'll have to provide it.
what
for
they
that.
did with the original building that's there now, is we did, if you look at your drainage map, they did hook to that storm drain. They're on Railroad Avenue, see the 4 green dots there on
Yeah.
Jefferson and Third? That line goes over to Street, that yellow line that turns up toward the tracks.
Mhm.
That is a line that we did put in for the existing firehouse. They do drain, that backyard all drains into that.
Yeah.
Now, it would be possible, or we could require, I guess, by this drainage, that they collect it all and run it into that storm drain. That runs down to that corner over to Hartwig's, then it turns and goes to the river by Bob Hankins as it comes out that ravine.
Yeah.
But when they do their site plan review, I guess they need to look at that. I believe in that district or commercial buildings, they need to have the runoff no quicker than what it is right now. So there is a possibility, if their elevations are correct, to get to that.
Yeah.
They'd have to do something in the front to try to catch it and
Listen, I mean,
Pipe
I'm
it
not
back
so
there.
worried about the stuff off the back, but, I'm just thinking about all the asphalt and all the hardscape.
right, the roof itself will collect a lot of water.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll drain in there. But we'll probably have to look at, they have a blueprint in there. But I didn't look to see if there, I doubt if there's any.
You want to table that until you get more information?
Well, I don't know how soon I want to do this, but that actually in the front, it will run down that route where they're going to pave. It will actually run toward Railroad Avenue, or toward Richard Street, where Railroad and Richard meet there. And it gets into that same storm sewer. So if they could even surface drain it, where Danny Britton used to live, that corner there, there's an inlet to get into that same storm sewer. So we could require that they slope that, and that is the natural slope, but that water does continue into that. But I think that should be addressed at their site plan review. If it's not, does the zoning meet on that, Gene, for a permit? They have to have a permit, right?
They gotta have a building
And
permit.
they haven't done that yet.
Well, let's table it.
Table.
We'll table it until that happens.
Yeah. For the rest of the information. Okay. Any other update?
And you got anything, Tom?
Yes, You may have noticed work has started out here around 18. I talked to the engineer the other day, they're not overlaying it. It's not in the foreseeable future, is what he told me. And it wasn't on their 2014 to 17 plan. What they're doing is they're coring out all the bad spots to 1.5 inches of depth and gonna fill it back in with asphalt pipe. So it'll have a lot of patches, but it should be smooth. They started here at the bridge. They thought they'd go a little bit farther, that they tore everything out as far as they went to. They never put anything back. They got some signs up there. They plan on going clear through town on 18 and doing that. Got a call today from the tank removal people. These tanks over here are scheduled to be removed Wednesday. If we can get them pumped out. We had it, the hole, we had the inspection hole where they pumped the fuel out of. We covered and put gravel over the top with all these rains for the last month. The tank is now full of water. But we're waiting for Bodine to come in, and that'll be an added cost to pump that before they take it out. It will have some residual fuel in that water, so we can't just pump it out in the storm drain. So hopefully those will be removed on Wednesday. And I believe you already approved to do that. And that's it for my streets.
Tom,
Yeah.
when you look at the numbers on that Silco light out there in town Route 29, there's a light out. Okay. And I meant to send you a message a while ago.
Right by the tower, you're talking.
By the tower, or right at the, it's at the intersection,
It's
right?
29 in Indian Town Road,
Yeah.
the street light.
Okay, so you can contact Silco.
Yeah, we'll call it.
All right. Zoning planning?
Got just one item. Let's see. Form of motion approved petition 0114, recommendation on variance at 114 Cook Street for Richard Blank. Part of that motion also ordinance 1671, granting variance.
Do that separately.
Separately, okay. All right, so the first item, I'll make a motion to approve petition 0114, recommendation on variance at 114 Cook Street. And this is.
Hankins?
Yeah.
Shoreline?
Yes.
Burkeville?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Next item, again, both of these are to allow residents to be raised and still be meet zoning code, since it's already kind of grandfathered in.
The resolution that you just passed was your recommendation
Yeah.
from your zoning board of appeals.
Yeah,
Then the ordinance has to be drawn up for the council to approve.
yeah, that's 1671, I was just explaining. So ordinance 1671, an ordinance of the city of Henry, Marshall County, Illinois, granting a variance to section 17-21C and section 17-23A of the city of the Henry City Code to allow a single-family dwelling on a lot less than 5 acres in size with a front yard of less than 50 feet located in a C district on property commonly known as 114 Cook Street, Henry, Marshall County, Illinois. That's in form of a motion.
I'll second that.
Hankins?
Yeah.
Shoreline?
Yes.
Burkeville?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
That's all I have.
Water and sewer?
Okay, I would like to make a motion to approve the annual fee for NPDES permit fee of $2,500.
I'll second. I'll second that.
Carl?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Burkeville?
Yes.
Shoreline?
Yes.
Hankins?
Yeah.
We haven't pumped the lift station for a while. It's getting quite a bit of buildup. Any dollar amount, Tom?
Oh, I called him today, I didn't get an answer back, but why we have him in town doing streets, we get him over there, and it'll just be by the hour, I would imagine, if he's already here.
Half a day or
I would think he would get it in 2 loads, yeah,
2 loads?
probably, well, if we get the water pumped out, if he pumps all the rags and stuff. It's hard to say, it all depends on how much he can get out of it.
Should we approve up to $1,000?
Yeah, that'd be fine, that should be plenty.
I'd like to have approved the Vector truck for cleaning the lift station for up to $1,000.
I'll second.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carlos.
Yes.
Okay, we have bids in for raising well number 3, the well in the building. First, I'd like to make a motion for demolition of the building for $8,460, and that is to John Moulton.
I'll second.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carlos.
Yes.
Okay, next I would like to approve the foundation and flat work for a cost of $14,457. That's to Brian Kimball. Kimball Concrete, I should say.
I'll second.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Frederick, Carlos.
Yes.
Okay, next, I'd like to make a motion to approve the masonry work for the building of $8,900 to Shuffleburger Masonry.
Second that.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carlos.
Yes.
And next, I'd like to make a motion to approve the electrical work for the building for $3,100 to
Jessica.
ESCO.
Energy specialist.
Energy specialist.
I'll second.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carlos.
Yes.
Didn't we approve the well?
Water well solutions, I believe you did, we did, I don't know, do you mind? I thought we approved the water well solution modification.
There was no change to the prices.
No.
Well, we did.
Yeah, there we go.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the modifications to the well for $24,517.
Water well solution.
I'll second.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Carlos.
Yes. Was that it for well 3 then?
Yes.
Carpentry.
We got one more.
Well, the carpentry work, there was 2 bids, and there was questions as to the specs on the bids. So I would like to make a motion to make the bids contingent on the engineer's approval. not to exceed the cost of $21,800.
That'll cover us, I guess, but we got a low.
We'll be there.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Right, that's right.
But, I mean, this is what we got
Right.
here, so that's all we got to go with right now.
Exactly.
But basically, this is contingent of the low bid from one of the two bidders, but we can't say the bid, because that causes problems.
I'll second.
Atkins,
Yes.
Shoreham,
Yes.
Burkfield,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Charles.
Yes. So is that whole project then 80,000, just put on it together?
I just,
I come up with 80.
Roughly 80,
I can take 6 from that.
divide 6 by
No, just take 6,000 from that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close to the engineer's estimate. Your estimate was 73 cents.
72, 73, and that includes all the engineering fees and everything?
No, that'll be separate. They always get over.
So we're at 10%. Okay. All right.
Any other updates, Tom?
Updates on water. We had our IEPA inspection last Tuesday. It's a 3-year deal. We actually went 4 years. There was nothing major. They'll come in with a letter of recommendations and suggestions that I'll get to the committee and make some plans or do some things to keep in good graces with the IEPA. We did have another sewer pump have a seal fail. We've taken it out and brought it and put it back in. I mean, since our last council meeting, some of the work was under warranty. I don't know if we've got a billion for it or not. But it's under 2,000 back in. That's all I have for water.
All right, thank you. Riverfront Development Committee meeting is Thursday, July 24th at 7 p.m. One item, Tom will have you, action item, call Midwest Pile Drive and give me a number on per square foot linear in depth on driving a mile.
All right.
I tried to get a hold of them, they're not open early, I thought they would be, but they're not.
For driving,
Like over at 80 and over there.
piling or?
Yeah, sheet piling.
Right.
We're just trying to get a number from them, I want to, it's gotta be per square foot, right? It's gotta be, it varies by the type of medium or soil, but, you know, I try to call them at 6 to 6:30 in the morning when I'm at work and they're not even open. Just get that number for me so we can do the math from there. Okay?
Hey, Tom, real quickly, what's dock down there at the Main Street? Just talking about sheet pile, right? Remind me that
We didn't, we couldn't, the water was low. We had, Ozingas were gonna try to come in with their tug and try to straighten that up. I think we approved John Mobile to do it, but his machinery and stuff is quite a ways upriver.
Okay.
But we were, the high water would have been a good time to get it here, but we can never get everybody coordinated on the same page to get that pulled over. That's still waiting to be straight.
TIF committee. We didn't get that sent in, right? Or we got to send her that audit? Yeah.
Oh, that's all.
That's done, okay, good, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Excellent.
never mind.
Communication. Emory Baptist Church Vacation Bible School is July 21st through July 25th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Chamber of Commerce Board meeting Tuesday, August 5th at 5 p.m. River Park Center, Visitor Center.
That's been changed to 5:30.
5:30? Okay. Tree Commission meeting Thursday, August 7th at 7 p.m. at River Park Center. Henry Citizens Advisory Board, Saturday, August 9th, 9:30 a.m. River Park Center. Henry Summer Festival, Saturday, August 9th at Central Park. Park and Rec Board, that's Tuesday, August 12th 7 PM, River Park Center. The Henry Purdue Association meeting is August 13th at 6:30 PM, Purdue Museum, Front Street. And the Henry Lake and Chillicothe Canoe Run is set August 17th at Waterworks Park. Does the chamber support that? Who is?
Yes.
Chamber? Okay. Do they got enough volunteers?
I assume we will, we've always had.
I was thinking we might have needed some, but that's been growing and that's been pretty neat, so want to keep that going. Again, bring people to town, gotta get people to come to town, spend money. So when something is growing, let's keep after it. Okay, yes.
I have communications that I did. Bob Eckert stopped in this afternoon and filled out a home harmless agreement. You know, the Marshall Putnam Star Show Choir always has an ice cream social in Central Park. He's filled out his home harmless agreement. Betty Sue Maddox always had the ice cream social. He donated it. This year, the ice cream social will be in honor of Betty Sue Maddox, and there will be donations taken up. So Bob wanted me to report tonight. It's August 15th, so it was before our next council meeting. There'll be something in the paper, but he wants everybody to please attend for the respect for Betty Sue Maddox. The money will be going in then to the Henry State Bank for further donations, and then they're going to be doing something later on. What time is it going to be, Jean?
What time is that, Gene?
I believe it's 7 o'clock, August 15th. But there'll be, watch the paper, and I'll get it on the Henry webpage. I'll get more information.
Might be on the radio station too, on it. Maybe.
If he puts it on there, yes.
Okay, our new business, I see approved Charles Purdue Museum Association membership.
We've been doing it, Gene?
We do that.
I don't think so. This is the first time we have been presented to this. The only time that when Don Clark passed away, we gave a memorial to the Charles Purdue.
No, that was something
Maybe Pat's here, maybe she can answer some questions for you. I guess the city has never participated.
They don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
This is the first time.
Mr. Cummings enlightened us about that.
So it would be $75 for the year, is that right?
Yes.
If the city was a member,
Yes,
it supported a very famous person in our town.
and we need a lot of support.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we,
I'll second the motion to $75 for
75.
Thank you. Hankins,
Yeah.
Joe Ryan,
Yes.
Bergfeld,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.